This tiny piece of plastic is currently shaking the foundations of the multi-billion-dollar mobile gaming industry. We've been told for years that if you want a real gaming experience on your phone, you need a massive telescopic clamp that turns your sleek smartphone into a bulky brick. But what if everything you needed to play AAA titles or classic emulators weighed less than a candy bar? Meet the Abxylute M4. It's magnetic, it's 56 grams, and it might just be the most controversial accessory of 2026. Is it a revolutionary pocket console or a risky gadget that'll let your $1,200 iPhone slip right through your fingers? Let's find out. The philosophy here is zero barriers. Abxylute didn't want another accessory, they wanted an organic extension of your phone. At roughly the size of a deck of cards, the M4 uses Apple's MagSafe technology, or a specialized magnetic ring for Android devices like the new Pixel 10, to literally snap onto your device. Look at this recessed button layout. It keeps the surface perfectly flat for your pocket, yet inside, they're using conductive rubber buttons to give you that nostalgic, tactile click from the 8-bit and 16-bit eras. But here is where it gets interesting for US gamers who hate wrist fatigue. By shifting the ABXY and D-pad clusters lower, they've reduced the torque on your wrists. It's small, but it's engineered for the long haul. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the sticks. To keep this thing thin enough to fit in your jeans, Abxylute chose slider-style analog sticks. If you've ever used a Nintendo 3DS, you'll know the feel. They move on a flat plane. Some experts call them stiff, others say they lack the nuance of a PS5 controller. But for a device under 60 grams, it's a trade-off many are willing to make. Then there's the Smart Combo system. Since there's no room for physical L3 and R3 buttons, you press the M button plus your start and select keys. It sounds cumbersome, but in practice, it unlocks the full button array needed for modern AAA games. This isn't just a snap-on controller. This aluminum ring on the back, it unfolds 180 degrees to become a kickstand. Welcome to split mode. You can prop your phone up horizontally for classic Game Boy games or vertically for the perfect Nintendo DS setup. Because it uses Bluetooth 5.3, you can use the M4 wirelessly as a standalone gamepad. It even identifies as a Pro controller when connected to a Nintendo Switch. And for the cloud gaming crowd in the States, Xbox Cloud Gaming and GeForce Now work seamlessly here. You'd think a 300 mAh battery would die in an hour, but because there are no energy-draining vibration motors and it uses low-power Bluetooth 5.3, you're getting 10 to 13 hours of playtime. And if you do run low, a 30-minute fast charge via USB-C gets you back in the game. Everything is managed through the ABXY Game App Hub. You can remap buttons, adjust stick sensitivity, and even update firmware over the air. So should you ditch your Backbone 1 or Razer Kishi? If you want Hall effect sensors and a massive ergonomic grip, look at the GameSir G8, but you can't fit that in your pocket. The M4 is about $49. It's about being ready anywhere. A word of caution, with a holding force of 13.1 newtons between the controller and the phone, it's sturdy, but heavy phones, over 200 grams, might slide if you're too aggressive during a high-intensity session. The Abxylute M4 represents a shift. It's a successful Kickstarter story that proved nearly 6,000 people wanted a truly pocketable solution. Whether you're into retro emulation or remote playing your PS5 on the bus, the M4 is a bold statement on the future of mobility. Is this the future or just a niche gadget? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the 2026 gaming ecosystem.